Quick before note, I had a couple issues with recording with my microphone. There's a couple staticky points. I tried my best to weed them out and to get rid of them in post. Now that you're warned, they're not horrible. Enjoy the video. Hello and welcome to my second voiced over KSP video. I decided to dedicate a space station in honor of my first subscribers here. I dedicated these first couple modules to Just a Chicken Boy and Wizard Tricks. I have to add a couple more modules in the future to line up with my current subscriber amount. I went up in the process of recording this, and I didn't have a lot of time to get those extra modules designed. You can see here I've designated this the Chicken module, and the second one is the Wizard Tricks module. I kind of shortened them just to kind of make it fit the KSP, you know, like you see the little quotes in the names. I think it turned out well for a good starting point. This first section here for the Chicken module, it has the entire power supply. Now initially I forgot to add both solar panels and docking ports, and so I had to go back through and add all those. I got a little trigger happy when I was making the rocket. I was kind of in that creative state. I'm sure a lot of you have that when you play KSP. I know I do. I kind of zone out and I never really consider the consequences of what I am and am not putting. I removed a lot of things and I added a lot of things. I had a lot of difficulty with designing these initially. I obviously, as always, minimal part clipping. Tried my best to not have to adjust it as much, so it's easy to remake if need be. But thank you all for the input in my last video. Both Wizard Tricks and Chicken Boy for letting me know that my audio levels were a little out of whack. I went through, and hopefully this is a little cleaner. I had a couple issues with my microphone, so I had to go out and get a new one. My other one was a little wonky, but I tried to make it work best I could. Didn't work out for sound levels. Hopefully this one is a little clearer as well. Now, as always, give me feedback. Let me know what I can do better, what I can do worse. Both editing, rocket design, any of that. I love to learn, love to make sure I'm keeping up with the best way to do things. I'm always a little lagged behind when it comes to that. I'm kind of very set in my ways. I make it work. But that has to go with both my recording, my very minimalist style of recording, very minimalist style of editing. Now, as you can see, I put on 2 rocket boosters in the editor, but there are 4 here. That is because my recording software cut out in the middle of me designing it. When I had to go back and redesign, my old design did not quite have enough oomph to get me up to low Kerbal orbit. I did a lot of redesign. I did a lot of finicky little, just you know, piecing it together, trying to make it work so it all got up to orbit fine and would dock fine. The docking later did not. You'll have to stay around for that. Did not go quite to planned, since I forgot to add a control module to this initial stage, nor did I have any Kerbals on it. Now, obviously, those batteries are probably making up the majority of the mass on this ship, but I had no issue with getting it up. Rocket was more than capable. I had a complete excess of Delta V. Now, I'm not sure if it's in this recording or not, but I had a previous attempt still in orbit from my Wizard module trying to dock it. It did not want to, I don't know why I was having such issues getting them to target each other properly and to and to rendezvous correctly. They just did not want to meet up initially, and I realized it's because I had them on the exact same orbital plane. I pretty much had them on the exact periapsis of one another. Also, I just went back through and I checked my audio. I heard it's a little garbled, so I'm going to try and fix that up in post if I can, or re-record it. But I would assume it's because I sped up the footage a little bit just to make it a little more watchable. The final runtime for this ended up being about an hour and a half of footage that was already raw cut down. But yeah, here I am using the Werner engines. Now, I've never used these before. I kind of wanted an excuse to try and make them work out. Initially, on my first attempt, I drained all of the oxidizer out of the tank, and I was clueless and had no idea how to control it. Because I saw somewhere that it said you only need liquid fuel, and I stupidly thought that means you don't need any oxidizer either. Kerbal landing just fine. Jebediah made it back safely, intact. Now I went ahead and sped up this landing a little bit for you. It was a little lengthy because I was coming at such a strange angle. I didn't get nearly all of the drag that I wanted, but it came down smoothly. Jebediah was fine. One idea I had for the channel as well is to have either a dedicated Instagram or a TikTok thing to get more growth for everyone. We can have more exciting things happen. Let me know how you think about that. If you have any additional things you'd like to see with the channel, let me know. I would love to hear challenges or hear different things that are new in KSP that I should probably check out. I mean, probably not new, but new to me. I'm a little out of the loop sometimes. Here I am, I'm just kind of messing around with the Werner engines, trying to get used to them still because I was really confused. I was clueless. And look at that flawless transition, beautiful. Here I am designing the Wizard Tricks module. He told me that my audio was a little quiet compared to my music. So I did my best to cut out the background music. I need to scour and search for a new background theme. At this time, I just have the default KSP building theme in the background. I think it's really upbeat and lively. It fits the occasion. But personally, it gets a bit old after a while. After sitting in the VAB for far too long, I have had my fair share of hearing this doot 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 over and over again. I'm a little annoyed right now. I had just finished the voiceover for this video, and my software decided it was going to crash mid-export. It was about 50% done exporting, and then it crashed, and it didn't save completely, so I'm all the way back to about halfway, and I'm not too pleased with that. I do not know where I left off, but you can see here, I did what I like to consider a major oopsie poopsie. You can see I was an idiot and was trying to stick this on the interstage nodes of the fairing. Didn't quite pan out in my favor. I don't know where I was going with this at all. But my major oopsie poopsie is coming up here shortly. Instead of putting a junior docking port, I put a decoupler on top of the remote control. This made it so it only decoupled it and wouldn't allow me to dock to the other junior docking port on the chicken module that I have placed in orbit. I'm really kind of annoyed with these 4 RCS thrusters. I had them try to get some level of control. Looking back on it, I would have put maybe 2 more at the bottom, minimum, because I didn't have nearly as much control as I would have liked. Now, Wizard, if you do see this, I will say it was a great deal of help that you gave me. I am trying my best to fix my audio issues. I turned down my input volume. I turned it up. I tweaked it a little bit. I did notice some little choppy bits in the audio here and there while recording and going back, since I just had to, because apparently my software decided it hated me today. But, that's just how it goes. Sometimes these things happen. But I was lucky enough to have at least half of that save, and I am thankful that I don't have to do this from the beginning, because I'm trying to get this done this afternoon. It's, what is it, a Tuesday? I just got home from, oh wow, I got home from college a while ago. It was a good day today. We had a speaker come in. I'm in college right now. I'm dual enrolled in both high school and college. I'm currently partaking in my final class of the year for college. I graduate college soon, I believe on the 5th of May. And I'm really excited for that. That's going to be awesome. That's one thing I'm really looking forward to. Having to switch around my staging here. Here we go. We're lifting off. Now, currently, I am taking classes for healthcare. Wow, I am really struggling. Now, I've never really been that good with people. I've always had to kind of teach myself. People are really difficult to deal with. I'm sure people out there can really agree with me. People are hard, really difficult. I've had my fair share of people that just don't give you an answer that's clear enough. It's I'm assuming there are other people out there that have this issue, but I have a very different way of thinking, and it's good for some things, but for people it's not. When people are trying to put secret messages or meanings into some things, it doesn't pan out well with me. I've ruined many a friendship with this, and I've tried to learn and get better, doing my best. That's just a little bit about me. College is going great. I passed everything so far. This is my 8th class. 8 out of 8. It's pretty intensive. The first semester was crazy. I got certified as a CNA. I can work in a hospital as a PCT or in a nursing home as a CNA. CNA is a certified nursing assistant. I've really enjoyed this class. It's really awkward. I'm the only guy out of however many girls. I think it's like 13. It's pretty crazy. But we divide into afternoon and day classes. So the 26 I would have to deal with, it definitely helps. We had a med lab speaker, if I didn't mention that. She brought in a bunch of microbiology things that was really, really cool. I liked seeing that. I'm always really interested in seeing things down at that molecular level. Or not molecular, but the microbe level. Wow, I am really at a struggle for words. I'm trying to recall what I initially said on my first record of this. But, my brain is just not wanting to brain today, trying to get this done. So, I've got plenty of story with this. But here you can see I had a little bit of an accident here. I slightly dipped my periapsis into Kerbin's atmosphere. I was at about 69,000. I was really annoyed and didn't realize until right about here. And so I tried to face target and then just burn, get as close as I can to target, get it knocked out of the way, so I didn't have to deal with the atmosphere. But some more things here. I did have a little bit of issue docking. The docking procedure had a little bit of finesse to it. I kind of had to let it do its own thing because the RCS I was trying to apply didn't quite want to agree and kept throwing it back and forth. But, yeah, from here on out, up until my 100th subscriber, if you subscribe, I'll put you in as a module on the 100 module subscriber station. Here I am detaching that lower main stage. Initially, I wanted to make a large monument to dedicate it to my first subscribers. And I might go back and do that because I like making those really big, complicated payloads. And I've been working with robotics and a lot of those Cal controllers recently since I got the DLC for it. So I've been really, really liking doing that. Now, the one regret I have for this module here, for Wizardtrix's module, is that it's a little small. Like, you know, I really wish I would have thought about it and been like, wow, this is kind of out of proportion. But, arguably, this is the most important portion, seeing as the main station currently does not have a control point, which caused a little bit of an issue. As you can see here, I tried to switch vessels and control it to make it point at my target here. And when I realized, oh crap, I forgot this does not have a module, that's why I'm putting this one on here, I had to switch that quick over quickly, try and stick it on there. This is where everything kind of decided it didn't want to work out. You can see here, it gets connected, and bam! This is what happens. It kind of rocks back and forth, and then it shoots me off. It throws me off to the side of the spacecraft. I don't know why the RCS decided to overcompensate like this. Caused me way more issues than I needed. So I had to wait for it to rotate. I was messing with it. This only took me about an additional 3 to 5 minutes, I would say. But it was extremely annoying. I had to turn off RCS, aim it there, and kind of let the magnets do its thing. I am so grateful for the magnets on these docking ports. I would have like nothing if I didn't have those. Here I am pointing prograde. As you can see, for that initial chicken module, I did not get rid of that bottom stage because I did not have a control module. Or a probe core, I should say, not a control module. Wow, I am... Here we go. You can see that it kind of spun off. I had to use RCS to kind of stabilize, then I used time warp to stabilize as well. I stuck out the solar panels. I really like how it turned out. Let me know what you'd like to see. I think this turned out amazing and exactly how I wanted. I'll be definitely adding on plenty to this. Have a great night. Thank you for watching, everyone. A couple additional notes, just something I like to run by everyone. I considered making a TikTok account, an Instagram account. Is that something that you guys would be interested in seeing? Wow, I told myself I'd do this in one try to try and get better with this. But I was also considering doing YouTube Shorts as well, try to get a little more viewership to the channel, and maybe some more short form content where I'm not yapping away at you guys and obliterating your eardrums. Something that got deleted in my original footage was I was asking about more silent commentary. If you guys would like to see videos where it's without me talking, let me know. I'll definitely make a separate video where it's no commentary, and there's one that is commentary. I can just upload them separately, so you guys don't have to hear me talking in your ear the whole time. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. Have a great night.